Hey, everyone, what is going on? Ryan Stokes here. And I want to talk a little bit about a little bit of my journey, but I want to talk more about your journey, right? Where you're at personally right now, where you're at right now, what you do. Is this, hey, I'm doing this part-time, part-time, part-time. Like I believe that I only have 15 minutes a day to do this business, right? I only have 10 to 15 minutes. That's all I can give to this. Okay, good. We know where you're at. That's great. Or hey, I have about 3 to 4, 5, 6 hours a week that I can give to the business. More of it's going to be on the weekends, but I have some time throughout the day that I can do this, right? Or hey, I have a 9 to 5. But I have time in the evenings. I have a good 7, 8, 9 hours a week that I can pour into my business. I don't think it requires as much work and as much time as you think. Really, time is the key here, right? So I was talking with a friend, and he had reached out and he said, Ryan, I feel like everything that you guys do is great, but I have people that feel like you got to be full-time to do this. If I've made you feel like that, I want to apologize right now. I am so sorry. This is not what I believe. I built this business with Kylie. We built this while we were working full-time jobs, right? I was full-time teacher, full-time coach. She was stay-at-home mom. We had kids. She was doing homeschooling. And then she was also the coach's wife. So she helped me plan everything. She helped me there. She was at the school all the time with me. And we did my coaching as a team. So when I say we didn't have a lot of time, we didn't have a lot of time. My work day looked like this. Hey, I'd go in about 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes earlier. I was an athletic director, head coach, and assistant coach to 2 other sports. I taught elementary PE. I also taught science, different things. So like I couldn't take my eyes off the kids. There was no time throughout the day other than a couple times that my job would give me for lunch and different things like that, or my break or my prep and stuff like that. But you also got to remember I coached. So I had film to watch. Since I coached 3 sports, film was year round. As soon as school got out, we went straight to practice, right? And I had to have a plan for practice. I had to have a practice schedule. This is what we're going to do. This is where we're moving. Hey, this is the team we're facing, da, da, da. And then after practice or after a game, if it was after practice, practice would start about 3:30 or 4. Then we would go till about 6. Then I had kids that wanted to stay after and work. So most of the time I didn't get home till about 8 o'clock on average. If it was a game night, then that means I didn't get home till 10, 11, and 12 o'clock at night because I also had the laundry for the team, washed all the clothes, folded, did all that, right? I did all that. Also was head of the grounds. So if it was football season or baseball season, I was responsible for those. So when I say I was busy, there were some weeks I put in over 100 hours. Right. There was times I slept at the school. You can ask Kylie, did Ryan really sleep at the school? Oh, yeah, he wouldn't even come home. Sleep in my office. I would use the showers. And then I would be back at it that morning at 5 or 6 a.m. before the kids got there and went. So I understand being busy, right? What I want you to understand is we're not asking you to do this full time. What we want to do is we want to help you get as much out of this as we can. That's why we provide all the content that we do. That's why we record it. And let me say this, if you are being charged by someone in our organization, and I don't know if there's anyone doing it, but if someone says, hey, yeah, I can coach you, but you're going to have to pay me. Yeah, I can train you, but you're going to have to pay me. Guys, run from them. You don't need to be a part of anything they're doing. Everything that we do is free. We do this for you guys. We have multiple ways to do that. And because God has been so good and blessed us, and Kylie and I do get to do this full time, and other people do get to do it full time. Listen, we do this for free. So if you're being charged for a training or coaching, run, get away. That's not the way we do our team. That's not the way the business is supposed to work. If they are a part of VeggieFi. Now, if you want to go outside of this and find training and coaching and all that stuff, that is fine. But if there's an entrepreneur inside our organization and they're charging you for coaching or they're charging you for that, I would love to know that. And I would love to have a talk with them because that's just not the way this is done. Right. Okay. So moving on. All right, Ryan, I want to do this business. I believe in the product. I have people that I can help, but I just don't have much time, right? I don't have time to do this. I can maybe give you 15 minutes a day. And then on the weekends, I might be able to give you 30 minutes in those days, but I work 6 days a week. And Sundays, I really try to really pull back on those. Hey, great. We know your starting point. We know where you're at. So we've got to take what we're giving you, right? And let's go down through the list of things that we give you, right? We have the disruptive wellness group. Are you using it? I'll tell you the power of the group. You add people to the group, use the add tag message, or for Kylie Knight's message, add tag, but right, the add tag message group, where you get someone in the group, add them to the group, tag them in the post, and then message them, right? Put a message down below and also message them saying, hey, get you in the group, check out this video, tell me what you think, right? That ATM method, right? That group is for you. If you add one person a day, at the end of the month, you've added 30, 31, unless it's February, you've added what, 27, 28, something like that, 28. If it's compounded over the course of the year, small choices, I'm going to add one a day, right? Compounded, you do it one a day, it's 365 people you have in the group. Of those 365, I'm going to bet about 10% are interested in buying. Maybe it's a little bit less, right? Maybe you need to just watch and see, and you need to add more. But like, listen, that's simple. How hard is it to add to the group? I guarantee you can do it in under 60 seconds. Find someone I've talked to, someone I love, someone I know that needs this. Hey, so-and-so, I'm going to add you to our group. I know you're not really looking for anything, but I have found this, Just get a little script, print it out so you can copy and paste it and go, or join our boards app, the Vitify boards app, right? You can do that. So that's 60 seconds of your day. You told me you had 15 minutes. So you're going to add one a day over the course of the year. You'll end up adding 365, right? Boom, we've gone. Simple. And you've put 1 minute a day. Still got 14 minutes, right? We've talked about some other things to do, right? You can do birthdays. Birthdays, you can send little messages. If you want to copy and paste a message that's very general and can go out to anybody, copy and paste, boom, 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 boom. You could do that in under 2 minutes, depending on how many birthdays. You might do it in under 30 seconds if you only have a couple birthdays. But if you are there and you're like, hey, I can do it. Now we're talking 2 minutes. Here's another thing I did while I worked full-time, coaching and everything, and Kylie was full-time, right? Here's what we did. I made sure that my pool was big enough to fish in, or my pond was big enough to fish in, right? What does that mean? It means my Facebook page needs to be maxed out at like I wouldn't do 5,000 friends. I'd stop at about 4,800. Oh, that's a lot of people. Hey, every day, take a minute to add 10 to 15 new people. Send out an invite, friend request to them. Boom, send those out. Simple. Now you've done 2 minutes here. You've done 2 minutes for birthdays and a minute for your adding people to disruptive wellness. Because you're 5 minutes in, you've done a lot of income generating activities, right? Then let's go further down the line, right? Hey, maybe I need to make sure I post every day. I'm following, hey, we've created the 5 and 2 method video for you to watch. Kylie's Facebook 5 plus our 2, right? You do the 5 things on Facebook, you post about them, or Instagram, the 5 things that you love, that you're passionate about, your 5 passions. And then 2 days a week, you post either about the product, a testimonial, what it's doing for you, what it's doing for someone else, and the business. 7 days a week, that's already done for you, right? All you have to do is Facebook. They want to see you. They want to do stuff. So maybe first day is Monday. That's your starting day. Let's say that's it. And you love sports. So whatever sporting event you're going to watch or go to, just take a little, hey, boom, I got a busy day today, but I cannot wait for whatever you're going to watch tonight, or whatever you're going to go see, go watch your kids play, anything like that. Super simple. You can take that picture, type it out in less than 30 seconds. Let's say it takes you a minute. You're still only 6 minutes into what you're doing, right? Your Facebook 5, listen, when we talked about this and posted this was not like, oh, you've got to create all this content and you have to make sure that you've posted in your stories with the most amazing content, and you've posted in this. Guys, it's not time consuming. It's not something that you have to put. I think a lot of people are overthinking it. I think a lot of people are thinking, oh man, what we have posted inside World Changers, where you can go find your memes, you can go find your content, where you can just copy and paste. Maybe you go on Disruptive Wellness, take a screenshot and go, man, this was awesome. Mark out a name and go and post it. This is super simple. And so many of you are like, I just feel like I've got to be full-time to do this well. No, you don't. Making anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000 a month extra. Working full-time, it was my part-time, right? So I worked my full-time job, made my $2,200 a month, but in our part-time, right, we were clearing $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. right? That was when things changed for us. But we did that having a full-time job, doing a full-time thing, also working on the side. It's about priorities. I had prioritized that this business was special and could do something. And I just made a choice to cut out some things, right? I cut out watching sports on TV. I still went to all the stuff, but I didn't watch them on TV. I cut out my favorite shows. Those shows were not paying me. They were not helping me pay my bills. They were not making me a better person with my family. They were not giving me more time to go travel. They were not doing anything for me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to cut these out for a while and just see what happens to my business. Okay. So that's that 5 and 2 method we have. You do not have to do this full time to use that 5-2 method. All right. I talked about your 5 non-negotiables. I just did this in the last couple of days. 5 non-negotiables. If you will write down, hey, these are the 5 things that I'm going to do. And I've already gave you some ideas, right? Birthdays. I'm going to add friends. I'm going to add people to disruptive wellness. And I'm going to, maybe I'm going to spend 5 minutes a day reading, just something that, pick your 5 non-negotiables. And no matter what, you will get these done inside the allotted time that you have, right? So anything that you can do there, go down that, have those 5 non-negotiables. We talked about that. We trained on that. Those 5 non-negotiables, I said, hey, I'd spend 15 minutes a day just preparing content. Ryan, I don't have 15 minutes a day for content. Okay. So I would get in World Changers and go find the content that we've posted. I would get in Disruptive Wellness and go find that content that's been posted and just copy and paste. Boom, send it out. Right? There are ways to maximize your time when you don't have very much time, right? So grab those 5 non-negotiables and just knock it down into the time that you have, okay? Another one, right? We talked about training on your stories. We said, hey, the greatest way is we stack content all in one day. So let's say maybe it is Saturday. You've got a little bit more time. Okay, Saturdays, I've got about 30 minutes, okay? I'm going to open up that Notes app, or I'm going to join the Vita5 Boards app. Once again, ton of content already there for you just to grab and paste, right? Or use that Boards app, download it from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, whatever phone you have, put it on there, download the Vita5 app, and then you can just constantly add to it. Get organized where you can maximize the time that you have, okay? That's 5 things right there that you can do. You don't have to be full-time to do this. It's the power of part-time. If you've not listened to the Jim Rohn talk, I would go find it, Building Your Network Marketing Business. It's posted inside World Changers. Just go ahead and pull it up. And if it's not there, if it's disappeared, I'll repost it. We'll get that out there. We'll go. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Just learning the power of part-time. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is the vision, right? This is, if you don't have a vision, Kylie and I, we want to help 100,000 families find financial freedom over the course of the next 10 years. Now we're down to 9, right? That's what we want to do. I want to see people's lives changed, not just financially, but physically and spiritually. I want to change lives. Like, I want to move mountains. I want to do things where people go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was capable of this. Or, man, you've given me so much of my life back just by introducing me to this product or this business, right? That's the vision. If you don't have a vision, join ours, right? But create a vision for you and find a why, right? That fires you up. Right? Maybe the first 15 minutes tomorrow, I only have 15 minutes. I'm going to spend 15 minutes. I'm going to write down my why and my vision. What's my why? You have kids that you want to create a lasting legacy for. It's a pretty good why. Do you have a family that you want to provide for at a level where you can spend more time with them, where you can be there for them, where you guys can travel, where you can do things, where you can play the sports that you want to play, go do the trainings that you want to do as a sports, or go be a part of different clubs and different things that your family do. Maybe you want to go on mission and you would love inside the church to find your why and write it down and put it somewhere you can see it. Put down your vision, right? The vision, this is what my goal is to accomplish, but it's more than a goal, right? It's a vision. It's changing the world. It's changing lives, changing the world that you walk in every day, right? Get excited about that and then don't lose it. So many of us lose it because the world is so good at throwing so much on top of you. Like, you're just too busy, too busy, too busy, too busy. You just got to go, 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 go. And it just inundates you to the point where you feel helpless. Take your life back, sit down and go, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. These are my choices. I'm going to choose these choices each and every day, right? So that's big. And then I think you need to look at your day. Look at your day. I was talking to a guy one time and he's like, Ryan, I don't have any time. I work 80 hours a week and I might have 15 minutes every day. Okay. Let's look at your day. What time do you get up? Man, I get up early because I got to leave for work. I get up at 5. I've got to be out the door at work at 6, right? So I got to be out the door by 5:30. So I've got 30 minutes to get dressed. I lay my clothes out the night before, so it's a little bit faster. I cook my breakfast. I have my lunch. I pre-make it. It's ready to go. And then I take some snacks and everything because I work. When I get to work at 6, I don't come home till at least 6, if not later, sometimes 8 o'clock. Okay. I also have a family. So when I get home, I really try to focus on my kids and my wife. Awesome. All right, let's talk about this. So you get home, that's your focus. You don't change those priorities. You don't want to walk away from that. That's fine. Don't give that up. That's your family, right? Let's get after them. What's your day look like during the day? Well, I'm really, really busy. I'm like, do they even give you a lunch break? Oh yeah, I get a lunch break. I get about 30 to 40 minutes. Does it take you the whole time to eat your lunch? No. Well, what do you do with the rest of your lunch break? Well, I'll joke with the guys, or sometimes I'll mess around on social media. Hey, we just found a little bit of time, right? Can you spare 5, 10 minutes of that time? I don't know, I guess. I'm like, well, hold on, let's go back. What do you see in this business? What do you want? Why are you even here? Maybe this business isn't for you. Why are you here? Well, I love the product. Products changed my life. This is in a past company. Okay, I was talking about. Products changed my life. I've lost so much weight. I feel good. I have energy. It's allowed me to do my job better. I'm a better dad when I come home. Oh my gosh, I love that. Have you told anyone about that? Do you talk to the guys at work? Oh, I'm afraid they would think weird of me if I started telling them how good I feel. Okay, I think that's being selfish. I think that's a little bit arrogant, but fine. You don't want to talk to people and you want to do this only on social media. Can you give up a little bit of that time to tell people about what's going on? Oh, yeah, I guess I could take about 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Now you have 0 other breaks. You don't go to the bathroom ever during your job. You don't ever get like a 15-minute down or a time away where it's mandatory. Like I've worked jobs for 4 hours where they had to give you a 15-minute break in there. There was no lunch break, but after 2 hours, you had to have a 15-minute, whatever. So whatever the union had negotiated. Worked for UPS. Yeah, I've got a little bit of those. So what do you do on those? Dude, I find myself just, I can't even focus. Like I just have to go and get out and I hang out with the guys and we talk and everything. And I'm like, could you take 5 minutes of that just to invite people to build your friends list? Could you do 5 people that just to invite people, another ad tag message group, right? To invite them to the group. Well, yeah, I guess I could. Okay, now we've got 15 minutes in. Well, I didn't even know I had that. I was thinking about after everyone went to bed, I'd have 15 minutes. Crap, now you've got 30. Holy moly, now we're finding some time. So I think people don't understand. Hey, can you go to the bathroom? When you go to the bathroom, take your phone and that's when you send out friend invites. Maybe you can't make a post. Work doesn't need to see you making a post while you're work. Fine. Go to the bathroom, sit down, do your thing, or maybe you stay. Let's move on from that, right? But you go to the bathroom and it gives you 30 seconds to send out 2 invites to Disruptive Wellness. Boom, invite. I'll check on them later, right? Your phone's going to notify you. The notification will be there when they accept the invite, right? So you find little bits and times throughout the day. I couldn't take my eyes off the kids whenever I worked. My time was really full of, I had to prepare my team to be the very best. But I found myself willing to carve out some different times. Hey, I love to just get out and hang out with the coaches every morning whenever I got there. Does it build morale inside the business? Yeah, I still did that, but I started getting up just a hair earlier. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I just adopted that philosophy. Yeah, I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? I won't need energy when I'm in heaven. Everything's going to be good, right? I've got to get after this. I see the potential here, right? And so I found ways to carve out time. Look at your day, really document it. Look and see what you do. Promise you there's things you could be carving out. Maybe you have to take your kids to practice, right? You're like, I am so busy. I'm going to take my kids to train and everything. Are you training with them? No. What do you do? Well, I just kind of sit and I wait on them and I'll hop on Facebook. Great. You're hopping on Facebook. You're hopping on Instagram. Why don't you make a post then? Why don't you invite some friends? Why don't you invite people to Disruptive Wellness? It's a good idea. I just forget. Okay, set a timer. What time do you send them to practice? What time do you take them to wherever you go? Always at this time? Great. Set a timer for 5 minutes after you drop them off to go off to remind you to do this. This business is so easy to do. We have so many things. I understand we do our trainings at noon. All right. I get it. The only reason why we do our trainings at noon is I'm available then, right? Other people are available then. On your lunch hour, you want to hop on? Great. But if you don't have time to hop on these trainings, then they're recorded for you. And if you have someone not recording their trainings, like, nah, I can't record those, right? Yeah, I can't record those. Then we're not being duplicatable. We're not trying to help you win at all costs, right? So we're going to record those. We post those in World Changers. Now, if something was said, or maybe it's just a really bad training, maybe we throw it out and we'll find something else. And yes, Ryan is not the best at posting the weekly drops instantly, right? I need to be better. I got to post those just as soon as my internet uploads them. But we record those and post those so you can catch on your time. You're like, well, I only got 15 minutes and you told me I'm going to do this, this, and this. All right, great. 5 non-negotiables. Maybe 5 minutes of training is what you want to put in those non-negotiables. Okay. In my 15 minutes for the next month, I'm going to learn some things here. I'm going to build my muscle, right? My social media muscle. I'm going to build my network marketing muscle. I'm going to build my business muscle, right? Those things. So you're going to put that in your non-negotiables. I'm going to watch 5 minutes of those trainings. It might take me all week to get through a training, but I'm going to sit there, I'm going to take notes. And then when I get done, I've got it. Priority determines capacity. I promise you, as you make this a priority, your capacity to build this business is going to grow. You're going to find time to do this. So I just wanted to reach out. I wanted to do this video to let you know if I made you feel like you need to do this full time to be successful, you don't. We were way more successful. We were just as successful when we did it part-time. If I wanted to go back to work right now, I could. I just like being home with my wife. I like going and doing things with my kids. So I'm choosing not to go back to work. I could build this business and go back to work. No problem. I just got to be organized and set my time up to where I know I can be successful, right? Where I can still accomplish the things I want to do. I remember a guy one time, it was my second year as an AD, and I took over discipline and some different things inside the school, and it was overwhelming. And I had some people in school that just were not nice people, right? And so I would hide in my room, but I worked and worked and worked. And he was like, Ryan, what's your devotional time look like? What's your time with the Lord look like? And I was like, man, I just don't have much time. I just don't have time to get in the word. I don't have time to da. It's like, Ryan, I will guarantee you, if you will take the time to carve out time for the Lord, you will exponentially get more done throughout the day. You'll end the day and you'll be like, wow, I don't even remember doing that. How did I get this done? See, God doesn't live in time, right? And he was telling me, hey, he can help you get stuff done. Okay, good. That's what I'm gonna do. I started making it a priority, and my days started finding extra time today where I'm just like, oh, relaxing, right? Maybe that's you. Maybe you just need to make sure you carve out that quiet time to get your mind right and your heart right and your spirit right, and then your day falls into line. I don't know, maybe that's you, maybe not. Maybe you're doing that, but you're still overwhelmed, right? Whatever it is, we've got to get organized and we got to do this together. Can't do it by yourself, but I can't do the work for you. Your upline can't do the work for you. The people below you can't do the work for you. It's only you taking the action. So anything we can do to help, we provide as much content as we can, right? Patrick and Stephen and Dr. J and Kylie and Sarah and Julie and Ulrike and Iwan, all these people, they put out stuff for you, right? And there's more people, Ashley and Carrie, there's all kinds of people doing stuff to put that out there for you. Miss Brenda gave some really amazing testimonies. Have you ever thought about just grabbing that YouTube link? Did you know? Have you paid attention enough that we have a YouTube channel, World Changers? Go find it on YouTube. We have all that stuff. You can go and just copy and paste and just send people out the link. Hey, check out this testimony. It was amazing, right? Or we have a group for you. It's called Disruptive Wellness. You can just invite them to that group and then tag them in those posts that are posted in there, right? That group just drips on people. It works for you. I'm telling you, let's go back to that. You had one person a day. At the end of the year, it's 365. What happens if you had 2, right? It's like 7 something, right? Maybe what if you had 3? What if you had 4 or 5? If you think about it, hey, 5 people, is it hard to invite 5 people to Disruptive Wellness every single day? 5, 365. Holy crap, we're talking like 1,800 people at the end of the year inside Disruptive Wellness. I guarantee you 5 to 10% are going to buy from you. Holy moly, what's 10% of 1,000? That's 100. 10% of 1,800, that's 180. You know what 180 people buying from you would do? Just if they bought one bottle. 180 times 25. Can't do the math. Let me pull it up. Oh, that's only $4,500. Oh, you can't see it. That's only $4,500. And if they buy every month, that's $4,500 a month just on your 50% commission for one bottle. You see the power in this? Doesn't take all day. Some of you are making excuses because that's what you've done most of your life. And it's easier to make excuses. Some of you are just making excuses because this is new and you're like, well, I just don't understand. So maybe I'm not supposed to do this. No. Catch the vision, catch the dream. Let's chase after it. We can change your financial, physical, and emotional health. We can change all of it, right? Catch the dream. Let's run. But like excuses are only going to hold you back. I got a lot of things we can talk about excuses. Excuses, everyone, excuses like belly buttons. Everyone's got one. Most of them are not needed, right? I don't know why I've got my belly button other than I needed it to start with, but now I don't need it, right? Because it's a belly button. All right, we can say, hey, excuses are like butts. Everyone's got one. Most of them stink, right? Or you can have the quote that my kids have to say anytime they give me excuses. Excuses are monuments of nothingness. They build bridges to nowhere. Those who use these tools of incompetence seldom become anything, if anything at all, right? All my players had to learn it. Kylie knows it. My kids know it, right? Use it. Right. Anytime I give myself a pity party, I just go back to that. Pity party is an excuse to me, right? Kick my own butt. But listen, I hope this makes sense. I hope you understand that this is not needed to be full-time. You can build a monster business with a monster team in the part-time, right? This is doable. We have all the tools and resources for you. You just got to put them to work. You got to be a little bit more organized. Okay. If you want help, you want to reach out, you want to help try to diagram something that you could follow. We can do that. Right? That's not a problem. It's going to take having a talk, but also at the same time, understand if you're talking to me, I'm a coach. I'm just going to tell it exactly how it is. This, and this. Oh, I don't know how to sugarcoat things. Right? So if you need someone to sugarcoat it, go find someone else. But if you want someone that is going to be real honest with you and love you exactly for who you are, where you're at, and then help you get to where you want to go, hey, I'm your man. Hit me up. I'd love to chat. All right. Hope this helps. I hope this takes you somewhere. I hope you understand the power of part-time. And I hope you understand the power of the resources that we have. We love you guys. We'll see you later.